Okay, for the love of God, please, please, Paul George, do not copyright claim me, man.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
All right, DeMar DeRozan has spoken, and when he speaks, we all shut up. You guys know I love me some DeMar DeRozan, especially when it comes to these podcasts and what he has to say. He's a very introspective person. Yeah, you don't get a lot of that, especially from players in his position. So I'm really excited to see what he has to say about Wemby. So I'm assuming it's going to be something positive, right? It has to be. It has to be. He always has good takes. Now, before we get into that, big shout out to BetUS. This video is powered by BetUS and sponsored by BetUS. So letting you guys know that, and we're gonna do a wager a little bit later. Okay, I got something in mind. All right, let's go ahead and listen to this. So what do you have to say for yourself, DeMar DeRozan? Speak up.
I don't think he could have went to a better place, a better person.
Facts. See, I loved it. I'm just kidding. All right, let's listen.
A better situation. First of all, from everything I hear, Wemby is already a hell of a kid. So the discipline, the hunger, the drive, the motivation he already have, being underneath the tutelage of a Pop, I think you will be able to tell this season how special. I mean, you could see it in the championship game, in the Olympics.
He grew so much.
So much. You could just see it. We know how playing the Olympics, what that do for your confidence.
I want you guys to do me a favor, okay? Here's a challenge. Please leave in the comments anybody that you remember talking trash about Wembanyama, whether it be current players, former players, just anybody, okay? I feel as if we're just going to have some trash, okay? This is probably going to be one player that's talked trash about Wemby. Just tell me who has talked trash about Wemby, because it has been overwhelming praise, and I like it.
It's as it is. You coming out of that type of experience, understanding you about to be on a Pop again, and also CP.
A point that can get him the ball when and where he needs it.
And give him those 3 to 4 to 5 easy buckets a game. On top of what he already was doing the year before. Like, I think you're going to be able to see how important Pop is and will be to Wemby.
Okay, so, all right. There's quite a bit there, okay? There's quite a bit there. But the few things that stand out to me, all right, is him talking about the mentality of Wemby. We already know, we've gone through so many different articles, so many different backstories on Wemby. We know what type of dude he is, right? This is a Michael Jordan. This is a Kobe. He's one of those. This is a Kobe. This isn't someone who's passive or willing to give up the W. Like this is a nasty player. We saw how he even competed against Chet Holmgren. Like, he was very angry that he was even in the conversation with him for Rookie of the Year, and he put him on a blast. We saw how he performed against Giannis. Like, he came to show that, hey, I'm not just a rookie, I'm ready to take over, right? So it's a lot of instances that we can go back to and say, yeah, Wemby is him, like, easily. So that's cool. But the thing about Chris Paul, I really like that too, because he's always been a player that we didn't want on our team. Well, not that we didn't want on our team. It was a player that you didn't want to play, but you would want him on your team. And I completely agree that he's going to make life so much easier for Wembanyama. Now, him saying that he's going to get 4 to 5 to 6 extra buckets a game is insane, because I'm going to tell you guys this right now. That's MVP numbers. That is undoubtedly MVP numbers. This is the segue, all right? We're going to segue into a wager. And then after that, I want to talk about DeMar DeRozan as far as some of his stats with the Spurs, because I don't think he gets enough love, okay? I just want to show him some love at the end of the video. But we jump here to BetUS, and where do they have Wembanyama? They actually have him in the same boat as Jalen Brunson. I don't agree with that as far as MVP, who could win most valuable player. I think Vic could very well win it, and I think that he has a better shot at winning it than Brunson, even though Brunson had a phenomenal season last season. But I think he has a better shot. And the reason being is because if you look at his stats, and I know I bring this up quite a bit, but let's just say you add on at least 5 points. You add on 5 points, he's averaging 26 points per game. We can keep mostly everything the same. I think that that's MVP caliber numbers. 26 to 27, that's MVP. Yes, he'll have 3.6 blocks or more. So let's just go ahead and say he has 4 blocks per game. a steal or 2. I think he'll have more steals. Let's just say 2 steals per game, which would be crazy. So 4, 2 steals. Yeah, or we can just keep it the same. It doesn't really matter. Assist-wise, I want to say it will go down, but maybe with the addition of how much talent he has and the facilitators on the team and learning from Chris Paul, and Chris Paul isn't going to be running point guard the entire time, right? And maybe him making those extra passes and just the extra, like I said, just the more talent you have on the squad, that might actually help his numbers to go up. But we can keep it around this. We'll keep it still around 4. And then rebounds, that'll only go up or stay the same. So I'm sorry, that's MVP caliber numbers right there. If his points are nearly 27 per game, and then on top of it you have crazy block percentages, rebound, and yeah, that's MVP caliber numbers, undoubtedly. I have no doubt in my mind that he should be in that conversation. Now it could very well end up being Luka, but I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make the risk. Let's do. I think 15 is good, actually. We're going to do 15. 15, win 300. That is totally fine by me. Confirm that bad boy. All right. We're good to go. 2000 is over. I made a wager before. on that. It doesn't matter. I thought I only did it for MIP. I think we probably bundled the two. But anyways, big shout out to BetUS. Guys, if you are interested, you'll receive 150% bonus on your first few deposits. So please head on over to BetUS and use promo code YouTube150. Promo code YouTube150. Really good stuff there. Let's take a look at DeMar DeRozan's stats, because I don't think he gets enough credit and enough love, to be real. I'm going to be real with you. So taking a look at this, I know a lot of people, when we first grabbed him, we were all excited. I think we were pretty delusional. At least I was. I was very delusional. That's also around the time I made this channel. I started uploading to this channel about the Spurs, was around this time. God, it's been a while now, huh? And it was because of what happened with Kawhi. I was so angry about how that went down. I wanted to talk to people about it, and I didn't think that there was enough outlets talking about it. At least on YouTube, that is. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna make a channel or jump on this channel. I wanna discuss it. But it's really cool because it's cool because you can kind of document and go back in time. And I've looked at some of the comments from the old videos, and people we were all pretty optimistic, even from the live streams, which I would just use my phone. People were pretty optimistic, thinking like, oh yeah, we could win a championship. Obviously, it was silly to think that, and the Spurs could have possibly tried to rebuild much earlier than they did. But hey, we end up getting Wemby, and a lot of other teams. Mediocrity doesn't just last a few years; it lasts the entirety of their entire franchise. Their entire franchise is mediocrity. So, not going to complain too much there. But I do think that he was really great with the Spurs, and I think that he showed some of his best play when he played with the Spurs. I think most people will say, oh no, when he first got to the Bulls was his best season, or they'll say 2015? Is it this season? 2016, 2017, they'll say, oh no, that was his best season. I honestly think his second season with the Spurs was his best, because he was just on. His percentage was over 50%, 22 points, averaging nearly 6 assists per game, averaging nearly 6 rebounds per game. I mean, he was on his game. I wish that he would have shot more threes, so unfortunately he didn't do that. But to average 22 points in the modern NBA as a guard and not shooting threes at all, he was pretty doggone good. I'm not gonna lie, he was pretty doggone good. So just wanted to show him some love, man, because I think we hate our boy a little bit too much. But he's very introspective, and I love to at least go over anytime he has anything to say about the Spurs. So love you, Demar. Love you, Demar. You're not watching this. I do love you though. All right, I'll give it to you guys later, man. Like I said, big shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this video. Until next time, bye.